Hello, Jeff.
Hi, Dad.
Can you hear me okay? Reception's a little spotty over here.
Yeah, you're coming through just fine. What's up? I thought you guys were off to Singapore.
Well, that's sort of why I was calling. I wanted to give you an update.
Okay.
I guess there's some engine trouble with the ship, so looks like we're stuck here on Lombok until they can get sorted out. Might be a few days.
Well, there are worse places to be stuck.
Yeah, it's not so bad. We can still go ashore and do all the regular cruise activities, so I think your mother and I are going to take the opportunity to hike a bit, see some of the sights.
That sounds nice, Dad. I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad it worked out.
Since we're shore-bound, I've got a bit of time, too. Want to hear how you're doing.
Oh, I'm fine, Dad. Just working on a video and enjoying the peace and quiet.
Well, what are you working on?
You never cared about the gaming stuff, Dad. It's okay. I appreciate it, but maybe you should just go have a coconut drink or something.
I mean it, Jeff. Come on, I just want to know what you're up to. I know this hasn't been the easiest year for you.
Someone sent me an old game, one that was never actually published. I'm not sure how they got a hold of it, and it's kind of interesting. It seems to be heavily inspired by Greek myths and history. I'm trying to find out more about it. It's a mystery, I guess.
Greek, huh? You know, your great-grandfather was Greek.
What?
Yeah. Our last name used to be something like Nicholas, but Gramps changed it at Ellis Island.
How come you never told me that? I never knew what our family history was.
Your grandfather wanted nothing to do with that side of the family or his past. He loved being an American. We've got pretty strong Greek roots, though. I think there's even some distant relatives on an island in Greece somewhere.
Dad?
Oops. Hey, gotta go, son. I think your mother got us a rickshaw. I'll give you a call soon. Love you.
Hey, Retro Heads, we're back and delving deeper into the Oracle. To recap, we've been through the realm of paradox and are into the realm of poetry, and there are 3 more left to explore: history, comedy, and tragedy. It looks like once you've beaten each level, you get a piece of a key. I don't have any idea what it unlocks, but there's a spooky door in the temple where you start, so probably that. This game has turned out to be way more than I bargained for. Not only is it a whole lot longer than most retro games, but it's harder too. It's full of puzzles about Greek myth and history, and not the kind of thing that you can really Google. It's super obscure stuff. Still, I'm going to keep plugging away at it to see if we can't get to the center of this mystery. I am really out of my fucking depth, though. This is some deep lore, serious academic shit. I hope Chuck doesn't get tired of my questions. I am absolutely going to need his help for this. And then, of course, there's the Oracle herself. She seems to know more than she's letting on and might just be the key to the whole thing. Too bad she only speaks in riddles, right? Well, time to push on.
The Oracle of Acheron.
Behold ye, the lost king, exiled by Poseidon's anger adrift. The goddess, Athena, Ulysses' firm patron, seeketh now to bring this bold hero, the wise king, home to his fair distant island.
Oh, hey, the Odyssey. I know something about that. We're on a ship again, and I'm guessing that guy with the cool beard is Odysseus.
Wanderer, canst thou help? Resourceful Ulysses, reach at last his home?
Probably. I'm going to phone a friend first, though.
Hey, it's Chuck. You know what to do.
Hey, Chuck, it's Jeff again. Sorry to bother you, but I'm getting deeper into this game and I would love to bounce some ideas off of you. I'm about to jump into a level that looks like it's about the Odyssey, which I think I can handle, but the Oracle keeps throwing me curveballs. I talked to one of the devs yesterday, and it sounds like the guy in charge of the studio, Charles Wainwright, was really into Greek history and myth, and I guess that explains why this is the way that it is and why it's so obscure. I expected like minotaurs and hydras and the Medusa, but it's a lot more puzzles about obscure literature and philosophy, which is kind of cool, to be honest. Anyway, give me a call back when you've got a sec. Okay, here we go. Hey, Retroheads, like a lot of you, I've been trying to get into better shape, but if you're anything like me, jogging on the treadmill just doesn't cut it. Luckily for us, we don't have to stick to the old methods of getting fit when there are even older methods that work better. That's why Retro Jeff is happy to partner with 12 Labors, a brand new app that utilizes ancient methods of functional fitness to help you kickstart your fitness routine. With personalized exercises based on real-life movements like mucking the stables or stealing the apple, 12 Labors allows you to build a workout regimen that perfectly fits your schedule, level of fitness, and health goals. Don't struggle your way through another SoulCycle class. Make the switch today. Enter the code RetroJeff for 3 free months and a tailored week-long routine. And remember, with 12 Labors, you don't have to put in Herculean effort to look like Hercules. Okay, fam, several hours later, and we are still in the realm of poetry. The Odyssey is pretty long, I guess. We've been through the land of the Lotus Eaters, we fought off the Lastragonians, and now, well, we're stuck on Circe's Island because I have no idea what to do. This game is definitely showing some unfinished bits. I've encountered a bunch of annoying bugs, some incomplete areas, and a few obvious placeholder assets. The Cyclops was so badly drawn, it might as well have been clip art. I think I can see what the designers are going for here, but it is a janky mess. Another studio probably would have split this into 2 or 3 games.
Will you dine with me, wise Odysseus? I have prepared a fine meal for you and your men, sweetened with honey. Come, enter my palace and be sated.
So, I know what's supposed to happen here. In the Odyssey, half of the men get turned into pigs by Circe, and Odysseus has to stay on the island for a year, but no matter what I do after I enter Circe's palace, I get a game over screen and get sent back to the start of the level. I think I've tried everything in my inventory, and there's no other areas to explore, so I'm feeling pretty stuck. I hope this isn't a bug. It sure would suck not to be able to finish the game because of this.
Dwelling here is fair tressed Circe, dread goddess and seducer of men. Havest thou the will and the courage to resist, strong against her charms?
Yeah, I'm not 13 anymore. I can resist a 640 by 480 image of a woman pretty well, but the rest of these dudes keep getting turned into pigs, and I am not sure how to stop it.
Don't be so glib, Jeff. It's not as easy as you think to resist the dread goddess's allure.
What?
People, well, let's be honest, men have been obsessing about Circe for going on 3,000 years now. Aeschylus, Virgil, Plutarch, Hawthorne, Spencer, Eliot, Joyce, and the list goes on. There's something compelling about the witch who seduces Odysseus, who distracts him from his quest, who can turn men into beasts, who has such power, such allure. Don't you think she's interesting? Doesn't the threat of death, or worse, emasculation, add a little thrill to this encounter?
I do not know how to answer that.
Some might even say she's a role model for women, a figure of feminine resistance and agency in a world dominated by the patriarchy. Relatable, you might say, to a certain kind of powerless, subordinate woman who fantasizes about having control over her life. Women like Webster, Giltner, Doolittle, Atwood, Webster, Giltner, Atwood, Doolittle. Circe was a powerful image for them, a vehicle for their frustrations and ambitions.
Wait, what just happened there?
I almost gave you a glimpse behind the curtain, but we're not quite there yet. You don't need to fight all the time, Jeff. Sometimes you just need to let things happen.
What do you mean?
Havest thou the will and the courage to resist, strong against her charms?
Damn. What was that all about? What does she mean, let things happen? Well, I guess there is one thing I haven't tried. I wonder what happens if I just eat the stuff on the table. Huh. No game over screen. Wait, something's happening.
Kirky, fulfill for me the promise which thou gavest to send me home. For my spirit is now eager to be gone, and the spirit of my comrades, who make my heart to pine, as they sit about me mourning, whensoe'er thou haply art not at hand.
Well, now we're getting somewhere.
Hey, Jeff, it was good to talk with you. I hope I didn't spook you too much with that stuff about our game. Not sure what you've got your hands on, but maybe Charlie or one of the others kept working on it after the studio folded. I thought of a couple other things after the call. I'll shoot you an email, but there are a couple other people kicking around you might want to talk to for your video. Good luck with that.
Hey, Jeff. If you're going to make me call you, the least you could do is pick up your phone. Anyway, my guy got back to me about the disc. He says that there isn't anything weird about the files themselves, that it looks like other Halcyon games for the most part, except that, well, I don't really know how to explain it, and he's not the best communicator, but I guess if I understand him correctly, there are more files than there should be. I don't know, it doesn't make much sense to me, but it sounds weird. He's going to try to figure out what the deal is and get back to me.
Well, we're unstuck and away from Cersei's island, back out at sea. Weirdly, I think the game just skipped a big chunk of the story, the part where Odysseus goes to the underworld, but I don't know, maybe there's a reason for it. Some parts get a lot of attention and others don't. It's kind of hard to tell which parts are because they ran out of time and where it's deliberate. It feels like I've been in the realm of poetry forever, though, so I'm not going to complain too much. Oh, damn, I missed another call.
Hey, Jeff, my dude. Sorry, I keep on missing you. Things are a little crazy, but hopefully we can actually chat sometime soon. I am loving this stuff, man. It is great to be able to pull out my old notes, so please let me know what else you need help with, all right? I do have one thing for you, though. I think you said Charles Wainwright was the head of this company. Now, it might not be the same guy, but there's a pretty famous, well, I guess infamous if you're like a normal person. Anyway, a classics scholar by that name who had some pretty wild ideas about the Greeks, specifically about death and the afterlife. It is pretty obscure and wild stuff. I only remember it because I cited something of his for my thesis. I can't remember what or the specifics around it, but hey, hang in there and I'll see what else I can dig up, all right? Peace.
Shit, I definitely need to call Chuck back. Let's see where this ship is taking us first.
Hold fast, men. We draw near to the island that Kirky warned us of. Prepare yourself for whatever might come.
Heedest thou, wanderer, the warning of fair tressed Circe, dread goddess? Rememberest thou her dire admonition? Thou wilt need her wisdom to survive.
Oh, something's happening. Wait, what did Circe warn us about? Shit, I can't remember.
Should have been paying attention, Jeff. You're not going to like this part.
What do you mean? Fuck, it's not letting me pause. No time to Google. I guess let's just see what happens. What have I got in my inventory? A sword, empty bag, a sprig of some plant, 2 coins, some wax.
You really fucked up this time, dude.
Yeah, thanks for nothing.
Hear you that, men? What is that song?
That's interesting. There's something familiar about that song.
They call to us, men. We must sail closer.
That's... What is that?
We draw close. I can see the singers. They are beautiful beyond words. Bring us in, men.
Thank you for listening. The Oracle was written and directed by Rob Guthrie. Our producer was Saff Casteel, with music and sound design by Heidi Worley. Starring Jenny Boyd as the Oracle and Rob Guthrie as Jeff. Additional voices by Gabrielle Story, Zander Kirby, Frederic Powers, Azeem Jimoh, Colleen Epstein, and Cleo Birch. If you're enjoying The Oracle, please help others find it by leaving a rating or a review on Apple Podcasts or whatever your favorite podcast platform is. The Oracle will return in 2 weeks. Keep clicking.